What's up, my Be the Gang? Being Divinely Aligned Collective. What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday afternoon. Hope you out there getting some water and getting some movement, some walking, man. It's important to put some movement in if you can. For those of you that can move, don't take it for advantage, man. For those of you that have autonomy of your mind, your body, and your soul, I'm telling you, man, don't take it for advantage because there's people out there who wish they could move. There's people out there who wish they could think. There's people out there who wish they could put together, things to put them in a better place. So definitely do not take advantage of your autonomy and what you have going on, man, because it could easily be taken away. And freedom ain't free, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Freedom ain't free. We act like living is guaranteed. It's not guaranteed, man. I wasn't guaranteed to wake up today. I wasn't guaranteed to make it to the places and the things that I was, wanting to accomplish today. It's still unfolding and it's happening moment by moment. So, we just got to give glory to the Most High. But I'm telling you, man, make sure you give glory where it's due. You ain't just wake yourself up. You didn't just say, hey, I'm going to wake up on this day and get this done. Nah. The Most High said, you know what? I'm giving them another opportunity. So make the most of that opportunity. But what I want to talk about, shout out to my chosens, man. Hey, if you're in the season of isolation, if you're in the season of being stripped, hey, look, don't lose heart, man. You know what I'm saying? That isolation is to allow you to see what wasn't meant and isn't meant to continue with you on the journey. And those things that you're stripped of are probably things that you were putting more emphasis on, what you felt defined you and made you who you are as a person. No thing, person, or environment or place should define you more than who you are yourself. The moment where you attach yourself to a thing more than to who you are, you're at a deficit. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand fundamentally who you are at your core, and that everything else that comes with that, that's just an extra. That's just the, sprinkle on the top. But for my people, my chosen ones, my earth angels, for you guys that are on this journey and it feels like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm losing stuff. I'm losing so-called friends. I'm losing so-called family members. I'm losing jobs. I'm losing, cars, clothes, and things. Count it all joy. Count it all joy, man. Because you didn't come into this earth, into this world with those things. And when we put more emphasis on the things of this world than the creator of this world, boy, oh boy, oh boy, we are up shit's creek without a paddle. And that's the problem. So many people are focusing on the things that they have more than the person who gave them to them. And I'm not talking about a tangible person. I'm talking about the Most High God. On this journey of isolation, if you're at the beginning or if you're at the end or you're about to come out, wherever you are, just know that I'm sending love and light your way. Because most people will never understand what you're going through because you woke up. You were the one that was chosen to break not only the generational patterns, but the generational bondages of your lineage, of those people who kept doing stuff the same way. Your ancestors was waiting for you. They was waiting for you because they're like, she gonna do it, he gonna do it. And just when you accepted it, if the Most High would have told you this came with it, 10 times out of 10, you wouldn't have accepted it because you would have been like, nah, I don't feel like going on with that. If you would have knew all the gang stalking, if you would have knew all the betrayals, if you would have knew all the slander, the gossip, if you would have knew all of the things that come with this life, you wouldn't have accepted it. And that's okay. But I'm here to let you know, it's all right. You're going to be okay. And not only are you going to be okay, you're thriving in it. It's like that picture. I don't know if you've seen that meme. I'll try to find it, or I will find it, excuse me. It's a picture of a caricature of Elmo, and he's seemingly in a space of everything being burnt up. And he has his hands up and he's like, I'm fine. And it's crazy because that's how you may feel, like everything around you is going to shits. Like just everything is just fucked up. But you still are continuing. I just want to say congratulations. But I just want to let you know, on this path of isolation, the number one thing which you have to stay cognizant of, and what I'm still learning, everybody is not your fucking friend, okay? And when I say that, I mean that so real. I mean that so real. Everybody is not your fucking friend, okay? 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, bad company corrupts good morals. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear me. 1 Corinthians 15:33, bad company corrupts good morals. Be careful who you feel like you have to have with you on this journey. Everybody can't go with you where you're going. And the more people that you try to keep with you, you may be hindering not only your blessing, but you may be hindering your elevation to whatever level you're supposed to be at. I hope you hear me, Beta Gang. Shout out my Beta Gang. Shout out my Beta Gang, being divinely aligned collective. Shout out y'all. To anybody who feels like, damn man, how come I always lose him or I lose her? And when I mean him or her, I'm saying a guy friend or a girlfriend or a relationship or something. No, the reason why that happened is because the Most High sees what you don't see. He sees that down the line that they were going to betray you because you have a great heart, because you're not only somebody who wants to see the best in people, you want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. You're not called to make anybody change, because at the end of the day, nobody can make you change. You had to choose to change, and that was for free. That's not change. That's priceless cash right there. Anybody that you're forcing to change, you at a deficit, because nobody is going to change until they feel and want to. You didn't feel like you had to change until the doctor told you, hey, your blood pressure's too high, you got to stop eating that. You didn't feel you had to change until you was tired of going to court from getting them DUIs and court costs, and you said, fuck this, I'm tired of paying these court costs. You had to have that actual realization to change. So fuck that. You trying to make somebody change, you're at a lose-lose deficit. And if you're doing that, hey man, more power to you. Because that change is only going to be for a certain time, because they'll see that they can control you. Manipulation. But like I said, on this journey of isolation, you have to be cool with being alone and getting to know yourself, because in getting to know yourself, the Most High can download into you what you need to do, where you need to be, and how you need to depend only on Him to get you where you need to be. The resources are going to come. The people are going to come. The opportunities are going to come. But who you need to be when they come has yet to be revealed, because you're still around those people who you know or who you want to hold on to because you feel like you can't do it without them. Were they there before? Okay, cool. So there's your answer. And if they were there before, was your quality of life as good as it is now? Okay, cool. At the end of the day, as you're moving and as you're living, you are going to see whoever's supposed to be on your journey is going to be there. Sometimes people are in your life just for a season, for a specific reason. And for a season, that means a season could be anywhere from a day to however long the Most High sees fit. And once that season is over, the Most High is going to make it painfully obvious, because you won't have peace within that situation. Second, if it's a reason, come on, my Beta Gang. I'm talking real shit today. Give glory to God. Second, if it's a reason, they're in there to show you a lesson that you either aren't willing to let go, you aren't willing to understand, or you just haven't faced yet for you to understand and move forward in it so you can go to your next. So a season or a reason. And once you figure out those two things, you'll be better equipped. But on this road of not only being a chosen earth angel, starseed, representation of the light who the Most High God has put in you, you are going to irritate the shit out of people. Get used to it. Oh, why they don't like me? Why I'm not invited? Because you're the light. People love to do their dirty deeds, and when you come around with your honest integrity, you expose that even by you not saying shit. So by you not saying nothing, you just coming around, they upset. They upset because you're just around and they know, oh, he's not with that, she's not with that. So by you living and walking that, if you're truly doing it from a pure place and allowing yourself to be pruned, when you come around, your authenticity is going to rattle the fakes. It's going to rattle the fakes. You ever see, shout out to, I forgot what the rapper was, but he was like, damn, man, Dude had a watch on that looked real, and this shit was hitting more than mine that was in the club. But he said once he got outside the club, dude watch looked like it was a trinket. You see, you can always keep up until the real shit really is supposed to stand real. So they may say they got more anointing than you. They may say they got the blood of Christ over you. They may say that they're doing such and such. But if you're really called to do that and you're doing it from a place to where the Most High is working in you, ain't no demon in hell gonna be able to stop your authenticity. It's only gonna be a matter of time. They may be able to delay it because that's what the enemy does. He delays stuff, and God allows it because he knows that in delaying it, he's working a greater portion of the blessing and strength in you, so that when you do come through that fire, when you do come to be representing him as you will be, you'll be as pure gold. And that's what he wants. You get what I'm saying? That isolation period is real. And when you're on that isolation period, you have to watch out. So many times, I just heard this story on YouTube where this woman, she was doing really well. You know, had an apartment, had a car, was about to open her own shop. And, you know, not realizing the people around her not only were jealous, but they were very jealous. So she put herself in a position to where, you know, she smoked a little of that Dr. Green Thumb. And in her smoking some of that Dr. Green Thumb, she was around people who she thought were for her. She thought she could just pick up a blunt and, you know, smoke with anybody. She was wrong. Not only did they lace her, they messed up the trajectory of her life to where she wasn't able to come back fully mentally. You see how evil people are? I'm telling you, on this journey, Chosen, it's better to be alone and be by yourself than be in the company of some fucked up shit with an STD, a spiritually transmitted disease. Fuck a sexually transmitted disease. A spiritually transmitted disease is crazy work, because a spiritually transmitted disease will hold on to you. Now, there's some, you know, STDs that you can't get rid of, but spiritually transmitted disease is a whole different beast. And there's a lot of people out here playing in dark realms in different places that they take pleasure in seeing other people suffer, because that's the spirit that is within them. That spirit ain't pleased unless they make somebody stumble. That spirit ain't pleased unless they see somebody fall to something that they set. You get what I'm saying? So on this journey of isolation, it's not for you to be sad, but it's for your protection, beloved. It's for your protection. And once people see that you're not with the bullshit, oh, they're going to be upset, because they're going to know, well, we're going to have to try extra hard. We're going to have to put this scheme intact. And that's when your eyes is really going to have to be open. I'm going to say it again. Motherfuckers would love to see you fucked up. Hear me now. On this journey of isolation, you gotta be cool. If you're somebody who's used to being the center of attention, and all of a sudden you like, God, Most High, show me who don't mean me well, and everybody just fall off, take it as a sign. Don't take it as, oh, I gotta save her, I gotta save TT, I gotta save mi abuelo. Nah, beloved, you don't gotta save no fucking body, because if you earnestly prayed from a sincere place, and everybody that you asked about, and you said, reveal them to me, and they all just, you see that, damn, I lost everybody. Okay, cool, that's not what it's meant for. It's meant for you to be like, hey, you know what? I gotta start from scratch now. This path that I'm on, they were there for just a season and a reason, and now I'm moving forward into my next, so I have to be okay with that. Understand me. Bad company corrupts good morals, okay? You could be with somebody in a car that just robbed a bank. They pull a car over and you in the car with them. Where you think you going? You going to the big house. They ain't trying to hear, oh, I didn't know you're in there. Why didn't you do the due diligence to know who and what you were riding with? It's real out here. And they fuck around and get off, and you be the one up the river. You think they gonna answer your phone calls? You think they gonna put money on your books? They gonna be all up in your girl hoo-ha, all up in your nigga face, while you up in there talking about, damn, I should have listened. I seen it. I've been a part of it. Pay attention. Look both ways when you cross the street, beloved. And I mean that literally. Look both ways. Don't just be, oh, okay, every time I see them, they got a kind word for me. Flattery is the easiest way to get close to somebody, for them to stick a knife in your back. Be careful of somebody who always telling you, oh man, you look so good and all of this shit. Okay, cool. But what's your intent? Why are you trying to disarm me? Why are you trying to pull me to a level to where I disarm myself and allow you so close that you up on me? Nah. Nah. Remember in Dark Knight Rises? What happened? Batman got his back broke by who? Not only Catwoman, but by the chick that was with Bane, stuck the knife clean up in his back. Never let these motherfuckers get too close to you, man. I don't care if they look at you and they be like, oh, you're mean. I'd rather be mean and alive than mean. I'd rather be mean and alive than friendly and dead, or friendly and disabled. You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers love to see you do good, but just not better than them. And I hope that goes into you, not over your head, into you. On this journey of isolation, you're going to have to be cool with nights just crying. You're going to have to be cool with nights just sitting alone and saying, okay, this is what I went through. Why did I go through that? And really doing the inner work and seeing why you like to do certain things, or why you did have to be around certain sad people. Because once you get to the point of understanding that, you'll be okay. And God can say, all right, I'm going to send somebody to see how they respond. I'm going to send somebody to see what they do. And then once you start proving, not only to the Most High God, but the universe, that you're ready, the windows of heaven are going to open up and he'll pour you out a blessing that you can't stand. But you ain't going to be able to receive that blessing if you're steadily trying to pull motherfuckers in that he's pulling away. Check me out. Let them go. If you prayed that prayer and say, God, show me who don't mean me well, and everybody come up on there, let them go. The sooner you do that, the more you'll allow yourself to have the right people, the right situations, and the right things in. But you holding on to shit, you ain't going to be able to receive nothing. You ain't going to be able to receive the best. You're going to be looking around and being like, damn, why am I stagnant? It's because you're holding on to shit that's expired. Milk has an expiration date. You ever drink 2-week-old or 3-week-old milk? That shit is trash. A lot of y'all is holding on to trash and then saying, oh, it's good. You know that shit spoiled, beloved. You know that shit ain't good, but you holding on to it because you're afraid if you let it go, you ain't gonna get nothing else. But if you really believe and understand who you are and who you serve, you know that he didn't bring you this far to leave you. If anything, he brought you this far to drown whatever's around you, and you come up out that water even stronger and even more dependent not only on him. You got to continually move forward. You got to know what you're doing. And as you continually know what you're doing and who you are, you're walking away from shit, even if it's seemingly good for you. Sometimes the best stuff that's good for you really ain't good for you. It's just a setup to see if you'll walk away, to trust God, to see if he'll give you something better. You seen the joint where the girl was holding on to the teddy bear and she had a small one, and she's like, but I want it. And God was like, give it to me. And behind his back, he had an even bigger teddy bear. That's how we got to be in this season of isolation. We got to be able to say, man, fuck that, I'm moving on. And be able to be cool with that isolation. Elevation requires separation and relocation. You got to move forward. You got to know that what you're doing not only is something working in you and breaking off for you, but it's leading to others coming behind you to be free too. You're the blueprint. You're the first one chartering through this, so it's going to be harder. What they say, the first time you won a championship or you won something, it was hard, right? And then after you learned, okay, cool, I know this level of greatness, I know this level of strength that I have in me, I'm going to have to not only walk in it, but I'm going to have to continually see like, hey, this is what I can do. And as you realize and know what you can do, you are going to be okay and say, you know what, I can perform at this level, but let me stretch it. I could perform at this level, but let me see how far I can go. And by stretching and seeing how far you can go, you are going to test not only the physical limitations of what you thought you could do. If you're really tapped in and believe, you are going to go exceedingly abundantly much higher than you ever thought. And that's only because you're not relying on yourself. You're relying on spirit to lead you. But this isolation season is not meant to break you. It's meant to break whatever isn't meant to go with you to the next level. And it's meant for you to see who you truly are at your basic root. And then from there to be built back up. Not fabricated with things that don't matter. The things of this world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Those things don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, you came in this world with nothing and you will leave with nothing. But the most important thing that you're supposed to leave and have is a legacy. What type of legacy are you going to leave? What type of history are you going to be able to have spoken about you by those who knew you, who are uplifting you and not pulling you down? Because anybody can say some negative shit, but the ones who are meant to be in your life and the ones that you're meant to impact, those are going to be your legacy, because they're going to speak about you and say, no, I knew him. I knew her when they were not that person, and they transformed. And not only did they transform, they showed me that it was possible. Okay? Think about it. Those people who were addicts, those drug addicts, if there wasn't nobody that could be healed, we wouldn't have those rehab programs. We wouldn't have those testimonials. But it's because we have those rehab programs, we could see that those seasons where those people were seemingly left out, that they felt like, damn, I can't come back from this drug. I couldn't come back from this addiction. They made it, and they had to go on that journey alone. Their family couldn't go with them. Now their family, or the new family that they inherited, whether blood or not blood, came to them after or through it as they worked the steps in the programs. But you're going to have to do this alone. And the sooner that you get that in your head, the better you'll be. And the better you'll be, the more you'll be leery and looking at people like, okay, I have to see really where do you fit in my life, and pray on it and meditate on it. Because giving somebody access to you is the quickest way for somebody not only to betray you, but to take you out. And there's been too many stories of people that have become close to you and taking you out. Look at Selena and Yolanda. Yolanda was her fan club president and was so jealous. What did she do? She killed her because she was that close. But what? Selena trusted her. And I'm using that as an example. Look at Judas. Now, Jesus had to have a Judas, but we don't have to have a Judas because Jesus died for all of our sins. So you don't have to be around nobody just to say, I have to use them to elevate myself. No, the Most High will elevate you. The point I'm saying is, make sure that on this journey of isolation, you not only watch your spirit, watch who you have around you, but make sure you're okay with it and learn to be okay with being alone. It's power. The right people are going to come. The right situations are going to come. And when they do come, you'll be able to discern and appreciate them that much more because you waited. You didn't just compromise and go for a quick fix because you were hungry. You weren't like Esau and just said, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat this. You weren't like somebody who just said, oh, I want to be in a relationship, so I'm going to go on this site, or, I want to do something, so I'm going to do it the illegal way. No, you waited. You waited. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. Acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, and he will direct your path. He shall. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. But the most important thing on this isolation journey is not punishment, it's for growth. And the sooner that you accept it, the better you'll be. My Be The Gang, my Being Divine Aligned Collective, I love y'all. Make sure that you tap in. Make sure you look at the shorts and the videos. But most importantly, whatever part of the isolation season you're in, the beginning, the middle, or the end, don't give up hope. I'm sending love and light your way, and just know whatever ain't supposed to be with you, allow it to drop off and don't feel bad. Because if it's going to come back, it'll come back in divine timing. But if it's not supposed to come back, it'll cease and it'll stop. Not only protect your energy, but protect your heart and guard it above all else. Peace, love, and light. I'm sending blessings your way. Enjoy your weekend. I hope you got some movement. Drink your water, but most importantly, get you some good vibes going. I love y'all. Peace.